Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Unlimited Discussions. It's your girl, Miss Mocha Love.
Josh. Jaden.
So today I have my nephew and my son with me, and today we are going to touch bases on a bunch of different topics. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Stay tuned. So I have a question for Josh.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be a father? A young father.
First off, I mean, it feels good to be a dad. It does. I love everything that comes with it, but it's a lot. Like, it's a lot of responsibility. It's a lot of patience that's needed. It's very meticulous, and you have to start thinking outside the box a lot more. It changes you as a person. So, I mean, it's a lot, but I love being a dad.
Yeah. Okay. Well, do you think that you could have been given like a booklet or a pamphlet to teach you how to prepare to be a father?
You can't like prepare someone to be a father. I think it probably would have been a little bit more easier because I would have had like a role model if I would have had my dad in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I would have had something that like I could have like, okay, well this is what like a man does, and like this is what like a good dad does. But since I don't, it's really just kind of like going, and then like figuring it out. So that's just kind of like what I'm doing now. But you really can't prepare no one to be a father because they'll tell you like, oh yeah, you're gonna be tired, you're you're not gonna know what's going on, it's this, that, and third. But you don't really know what it feels like until you're in it, until you're doing it.
Right. Yeah. So here's the thing about being a parent. It's like no matter how much you think you might know about being a parent or your opinions, you're never really truly prepared to be a parent until you are a parent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you actually get to see hands-on the do's and the don'ts, and you know what I mean? You get to make your mistakes and learn from it.
Right.
And you have a boy. So how do you feel about raising a boy in this day and age? Like, how do you feel about that?
Well, first off, God knew not to give me a girl. So he did the right thing by giving me a boy, and I'll probably have a girl later on, a while later on.
Yeah.
But as of right now, like going through like the struggles of like, oh yeah, I want to protect him from this, and I don't know how I'm gonna teach this and that. I know that having a girl would be unfathomable because like my heartstrings is already soft for for him already as it is. I know it's a whole different feeling like when it's your daughter.
When it's a girl.
So like this is kind of just like preparing me, for the next step because it always seems like there's in the task at hand, like this is the next task. I have to learn how to be patient, learn how to be resilient, learn how to communicate properly now, and learn how to express my emotions, and all the stuff that like I did not learn, or all the stuff that I wasn't supposed to be doing, that I was doing then. I can't do it now. I have to unlearn it now because I can't teach him that,
Right.
So I have to grow myself as I'm teaching him how to grow.
Exactly. And that happens a lot. I'm glad you said that because this is going to lead me right to this. People don't realize that when you have kids, a lot of times the kids think that the parents should already come this magnificent role model and have everything together. But we really actually be growing with y'all.
Right.
Like, we grow up with y'all. We learn as we go when we raise you. So we make mistakes along the way.
Right.
A lot of times kids don't probably do you understand that, Jaden? Like, as me being your mom, we make mistakes along the way. We are growing with you. You can see the growth as time progresses. You see the changes in, me trying different things and, opposed to what I used to do. I used to didn't let you do nothing, but now I'm starting to let you go places and experience little things here and there, but not too much.
Yeah, not too
Do you think, wait, you don't think I give you, see, do you think you get enough, space? Do I give you enough space as a parent, as a young man growing up in this today's world? Do you feel like me as a parent, I give you enough space that you feel like you need?
Well, in today's world, it's not a lot of people that was raised like me. There's a lot of people that was raised like, how can I say it? Like, who was like? There's not a lot of people that raised me how you raised me. Is what I'm trying to say. They raised like their kids like they
Like
just
they
let them do
friends,
whatever they
like
want.
they
Yeah,
friends, like they friends.
And that comes with the growing part.
For you as a young black male to have a father in your life right now at your age, how important is that to you?
So I
Loud.
feel like
Speak louder.
I feel like this stage is like one of the most influential stages of your life. So you're gonna have to have like a father inside your life to like guide you to success. Because if you don't have a father in your life or a male figure, you're gonna go the wrong path. There's only two paths in life: the good path and the bad path. And if you go in the bad path, it's not gonna be good. So I feel like you should always have like someone who like someone as like a role model to
Mhm.
to help you become a person, because you don't want to be inside of a world and not know yourself.
Okay, that's true. Now, me raising you by myself in regards to, me being a single mom for mostly all of your life, how do you feel I did as a mom? Because I'm going to say this, as a mom, I can admit that I can't raise him to be a man. I can just raise him in the image of what I feel a man should be. How do you feel I did so far with guiding you and leading you and feeding you all of the things and tools that you need to be a great leader, a great man, spiritually, emotionally, and physically?
So I feel like over the years you like adapted to it, because at first you thought I was like, oh, your baby boy or whatever you wanted to say it
Boy.
was.
You was my only child for like 5 or 6
Yeah.
years. All right,
And
I'm
that's
gonna
the
let you
thing. So I feel like she did a pretty good job. She's out there doing more than a lot of fathers inside Rochester. So that's good, you know. But I feel like as a father and you know you have a kid, you should like at least try harder. Because if the roles were like swapped, how would you feel about it? You feel me?
go. Yeah,
And
that's true.
also, you need it like, especially with having kids, like that could also help you prepare. Like from a father standpoint, yeah.
I mean, it should, but not it doesn't, right?
No, the thing is, and I learned a lot within the short amount of time that I've been a father. I've learned things on both sides. So my appreciation for what my mom has done, because my mom did she did an amazing job raising me, but she did her best to raise me to be a good man, and that's something that she can never teach me is to be a man. She was able to teach me how to be a good person, which is the first step in being a man.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no blueprint to being a man, and uh, people are very critical on what they think a man is, and most people can't agree on what a good man is and what he does. Especially
Mm-hmm.
now, like it depends on who you ask, like what a good man is. If you was to ask one girl what a good man is, she probably say, paying my rent, paying my bills, groceries, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you might ask another girl, and then she'll be like, oh, one who is caring, kind, charismatic, and one that treats me well. You
Mm-hmm.
know, like there's not like a set, like okay, this is how you be a man. So you're going into manhood with that, and then you don't really have too much of a blueprint. So you just kind of have a good conscience, and that's where you have to use your good conscience to try and like guide your way to figuring out what it is to be a man. And you're always on the path of being a better man because there's always something that you can work on, something that you can grow, because you have people who are looking up to you because you're the leader of your group.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I also agree that in regards to nowadays, we have our younger generation here, and a lot of our younger generation, they weren't blessed to have fathers in the home. But I can say that for Josh and Jaden, they both had male role models in their lives, who helped guide them. Take them out, play basketball, speak to them whenever they need to. Just be there for them. That is very crucial in these times and ages amongst our people, because a lot of our people are caught up in the system, whether it's the system of drugs, selling it, doing it, being incarcerated, or just not caring, just being a victim of their environment. So they don't even know how to be a parent. And the sad part is a lot of these men out here who aren't active in their kids' lives are men who were kids in fatherless homes. So it's perplexing how they didn't learn from that and try to turn it around and make that a learning point for them to become a better person. So if you take anything from this video, and I know they can agree, if you are a young male of color or a young male in general, it is very important for you to make sure you have all the tools that you need to be a great father, a great person, so that you can break the cycle of children not having a great role model, a male role model in their home. Break that cycle, because kids need more than just a mom, a grandma, or auntie, in their life. They need to have their fathers in their lives. Stepfathers, definitely shout out to stepfathers, because a lot of them, they step up and they do a lot of stuff that the real fathers don't do. So shout out to them. But all in all, how about as a society and as a whole, we work on that? Anybody want to say anything before we close out?
Yeah, I feel like you got, like you hit the nail on the head. Fathers offer a different type of love than moms do. Mm-hmm. And I notice all the time whenever I'm dealing with my son, his mom will come over whenever he's crying, and she'll offer that soft love. And sometimes he needs me to be like, bro, come on now.
Ain't nothing wrong with you.
And I love my son, and I'm always gonna validate his feelings. Sometimes he be tripping. And he knows that he be tripping. That's the thing that is that he's smart. He be tripping. And, after I was like, come on, bro. He stop crying, look at me oh. So that that's just one example of how we both offer two different types of love. And that's gonna help him grow to be the best person he can possibly be. And that's all that I ask for him.
That's a fact. Jaden, you want to say anything before we close out? You got a message for the young men out here, or you have a message to the fathers that, should be doing what they need to be doing, and how it would affect people of your generation?
Do what you're supposed to do right now, or have to deal with the consequences later.
That's true. But people don't realize, and I'm going to say this before I close out, a lot of these fathers don't realize this, but you're getting older. And as you get older, you may need your kids that you abandoned, whether it's need them financially, physically. God forbid, you might get sick and you might need blood, a kidney, or any organ from them. And you have to think to yourself, do you think that my child that I abandoned and didn't take care of will give me this life-saving organ when I couldn't even be there for them?
My dad gonna die.
You feel me?
I'm not even gonna lie.
You feel me? Because it's a serious thing. And I people only think in a moment when they do this, and they only think about themselves because they're selfish. But all in all, fathers are very important. They are very important to our young people. They are very important to the generation after this generation here. Yeah. So keep that in mind when you're not doing what you're supposed to do as a parent because of whatever situation it may be. You are really messing up our future for our kids. Keep that in mind. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye. Peace.